Welcome to Better Than Ever.
We're your hosts, Sophie and Bethany, coming at you from the prime of our life, college.
Today's episode is simply an introduction in which you'll learn all there is to know about us.
So buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Okay, so I'm not really sure how to start this thing.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're here again.
So today, Sophie, what are we going to talk about?
We are going to talk about some expectations versus reality of coming to college, and mainly the aspect of playing sports in college.
Yeah.
So for me, running collegiately, and for Bethany,
playing soccer. So there's going to be playing soccer. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't look at the camera. That way the audio will actually pick up.
It's okay. I won't touch the mic because got yelled at last time. So we'll be leaving that alone.
We're still working out the little pieces. But we're going to talk about our experiences in high school and probably barely touch on the recruitment process and then coming here and starting playing collegiately and our first semester, how that went. Because we were both in season last semester, which was our first semester at college. And then we're going to talk about also now
how it is.
Season, how we are. Now that we can just chill and relax and actually breathe again. So
yeah, for now, till track season for me. But and you got some soccer workouts. It's minimum things. Yeah.
Which we'll explain at some point, but
At some point.
At some point.
Yeah.
You'll see. Okay, you want to go first?
Sure. So for me, I guess we can bounce back and forth. I'll start a little bit and because otherwise I'm gonna be talking for half an hour. But for me, the recruitment process pretty much came here in January. Attended the scholarship competition. I loved it. I loved the soccer girls. I stayed with the team captain and she was just amazing, so sweet. Met most of the cross country girls. Came here in the fall. And we were here 2 weeks early. You guys were too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2 weeks earlier than normal students. And we went on a little mini vacation as a team to Tennessee. Very hilly. That was shock number one. Wilmore and Tennessee is literally the hilliest place you could ever put us. And I was the flattest spot you could ever run. So I've ran for 6 years, 4 of them competitively running. And super flat.
Wait,
so
you never ran on hills before till you got here?
Mm-mm. I ran on
No.
We would have one hill in town and it would be this much elevation, right? And on a course we had one meet out of 45, 50 meets total that I've ran. One meet where it was just up and down hills. And then coming here, hills for workout, hills. We ran on the track once a week. So we had a flat surface once a week. And the rest was hills and grass. And just, so, it was beautiful in Tennessee, but it was so hilly. Anyways, so that was number one. Thank the Lord, never got shin splints, never got that type of, injury. Come back to that later, because, not the smoothest season. But, so that was, shock number one, for sure. So, in high school, we were pretty competitive, I would say, team. We had the fastest girl in the state in our division, and we moved divisions. So we were 3A for the first 2 years of school. So freshman and sophomore year, we were 3A. We had less competition. Then we moved to 2A for my senior year. And that was just a big shift. There was a lot of expectations. There was a lot of competitiveness within the girls, but it was all very healthy. And attending a secular normal public school, I loved it. And I loved the competition because the girls were not the typical mean girls about being competitive. They were very fast, but the expectation was that you were very respectful. So it was honestly a great environment for me to grow in and for me to get better. And I saw a lot of progress in high school. So I went from a 28-minute race to a 20:45 in my senior year. So the very last race that I ran was my biggest PR. And I had an 8-minute difference, which honestly, I did not expect starting out, and I just joined for fun, and that is what happened because I just absolutely loved it. So just a lot of different success and watching the other girls, it was just very exciting for my high school years. And I think a lot of teams around us in rural Iowa it was not that way. So, like, I was very blessed with amazing coaches and an amazing team. So that was, like, high school for me. So I'll break it up. Let's listen to Bethany's high school experience. So
okay, so my high school experience, like, it was pretty good. It wasn't the same where like it felt more competitive. Which I will say also, like, it's really crazy to think that like you had such a good experience at like a public high school, because I feel like these days, like, I mean, they get so talked down on, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I feel like everyone always is like
dogging on them.
Yeah, all the time. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, my high school experience was pretty good. I was like a 3-sport athlete. I did volleyball for a while. I did swim. I did soccer. And so, like, during volleyball and swim seasons, like, soccer was going on the entire time,
crazy.
like, literally year-round, because I had, like, the club team, too.
Yeah.
And so my club team was, like, pretty competitive, like, not ECNL, which is, like, the national level, but it was pretty good. Like, it was super fun. Like, one of my best friends from back home, she was on that team, so, like, she actually got connected, or she was the reason that I got connected, like, down at my church down there. So that was great, but it was good. I had a lot of fun. My very first club coach, which was in, like, 9th grade, which, like, a lot of girls who play in college and, like, a lot of girls who play club, they've been playing since, like playing club since they were, like, 8.
Yeah.
Like, normally they don't join, like, forever on, but, like, I joined in 9th grade, which was, like, really, really late. And so, like, my first coach was, like, absolutely shocked. He was like, "You've never played club before?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, like, you're still really good, but, like, there's some things you gotta learn." And I was like, "Okay." And so, like, it was super cool. But it was also, like, a crazy experience because, like, he would cuss at us.
Oh.
And, like, it was, like, a motivator, but I was like, what? I was like, this is insane. Like, what in the world? And so, like, literally all the time, like, I got so much so to the point that, like, I guess, like, somehow, like, he knew that I didn't like it or something. And so, like, at one point, he, like, made a comment where, like, I think I was pulled off the field, like, during the game. And, like, he saw something, like, that my teammate did on the field that he didn't like. And he, like, saw it and, like, was about to get mad, and then he looks over and sees that I'm right there, and he's like, crap, I can't say it. Like, Bethany's right there. Like,
you were the Holy Spirit in that situation.
I was like, dude, like, just don't say it anyways. Hello? Like, you're a grown man around, like, 14-year-old girls. Like,
wait, so were you attending a Christian school at the time? Or so the club was outside of the Christian school?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, I don't think a Christian school would be hiring a coach who's cussing at you.
Yeah, you'd be fired real quick.
I mean... Yeah.
Yeah. So my 9th grade and my 10th grade years, I was with that coach. He literally was so great. Like, if I saw him, like, I still would go up and hug him. He really taught me a whole ton about the sport. And just like a lot of, like, the IQ part of soccer. Just, like, knowing the game, playing it really well. And, like, he probably, like, I would contribute him, like, a huge reason to why my game significantly jumped. But then also, like, he told me, he was like, come every Wednesday night to the fields, or every Monday night to the fields. I think I mixed them. Every Monday night to the fields.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to train with Marcel, because Marcel would do footwork stuff, but Marcel played on the national team for Trinidad, like the little island.
Dang.
And so, like, I started training with Marcel, and he looked at me and he was like, you're good, but, like, you need to juggle. Like, you're bad at it. And I was like, okay. He was like, you need to practice juggling. And I was like, okay. And so I, like, learned how to juggle because I couldn't do it. And he was like, it's going to elevate your game. And so as soon as I started learning how to juggle, like, immediately, like, game switched.
Actually?
Oh, yeah. It's
like,
crazy.
with your, like, juggle, like, with your...
Oh, not your hands.
I was going to say. I was like, I was thinking of soccer. Then you kept talking. I was like, wait, are you talking about literally?
Like, with your feet, where you, like, pop it up. You can bounce it back and forth. Because, like, you see, like, the way that my dad always says it, he's like, you can see, or he's like, juggling is not necessary to play the sport of soccer, but you will never see, like, a national player who cannot juggle.
Okay.
Because, like, it just teaches you to be quick and light on your feet and, like, have that really good touch with the ball. So as soon as I did that, like, my game exponentially soared. And so that was when I got so much better than all the girls at my school. And so then all of a sudden, like, I wasn't just another player at my school, but I was, like, the best player. And, like, I don't want to say that, like, cocky or anything. Like,
yes,
small
baby.
Christian school, like, it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
And
Good
so then, like, I very much kind of was, like, the soccer girl at my school. And, like, there was one point during high school where I was, like, the third highest scorer in, like, for, like, I think my junior year in the state or something.
Dang.
And so, like, that was super cool. That was fun. And so, like, I kind of, like, during all that experience, like, I had a great club and high school experience, and, like, I thought that things were going to go well going into college. But then literally the third day of practice here, like, for the college team, I had a teammate look at me, and they were like, oh, you look like you have no clue what you're doing up there. Which, to be honest, okay, I was in a new position. I never played before. So, like, yeah, but also I've been playing the sport since I was, like, 4. I've been playing it for 14 years. I think I may or may not have a clue how to play. And so they look at me and they said that, and I was like, bro, are you joking me? So immediate, like, confidence was shot.
So, what was the effect on the rest of your season? Because we've talked about that.
Bad. Yeah, it was literally so bad. So, like, I kind of split my season up into, like, kind of halves. And so the whole first half, because of that, like, every single time someone would pass me the ball, like, let's say you're on my team. If you were to pass me the ball in just, like, a normal passing drill, and I pass it off my foot, and there's 3 seconds, let's say you pass me the ball in the first second. I hold on to it for 1 second, and then in the third second, I pass it off my foot. That first second that you pass it to me, I think, oh, crap, it's coming to me.
Yeah.
That second, when it's on my foot, I think, okay, you better not mess this up.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm passing it off my foot, I think somebody's watching and they're going to see if I mess it up.
Yeah.
And, of course, all the overthinking.
It's in your head.
Yeah, like, it was so bad. Literally such a mental drain. Like, I would call my parents and, like, I was just so upset all the time. Like, I would cry, but I would be like, I love the sport and I want to love it, but it was just so exhausting and so hard. I was like, I feel like all my life I've been good at this, you know? Like, I know I was good at it.
Why is it different?
Yeah, why is it so hard? Like, why is it that all of a sudden I'm just so bad? Like, I know that I'm not playing as well as I can, so.
It's just crazy how, like what, those 5 words, like, affect that much of your season.
Oh, yeah.
Physically playing, and, like, how much words in general that are spoken from teammates or even coaches especially just, mess everything up. Mm-hmm. So, it's hard to not let it because, like, obviously you were friends with that teammate, and it's just, like, really hard to keep going knowing that, oh, maybe everyone else is thinking that too.
Yeah.
So
maybe everybody else thinks that I'm trash.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows you, like, how hard it is as humans to let what we do become the source of our identity.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I mean, literally, all you do is run for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All I do is kick a ball around.
Right. It's
literally,
like
kick a sack of air around. Around for, like, 90 minutes. Like, what even is that?
Yeah.
That's
some
nothing important at all.
made up thing that humans do.
Exactly.
If you think about it.
So why is it that we base so much of our worth and we let it feel like it's so determining of how good we are or how cool we are simply just based on how well we do this really weird thing, if you think about it, you know?
Not only that, but, like, especially here. Okay, because, like, we are D3. And, like...
if you didn't know, guys.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you, but, like, we're not, like, at all D1 athletes. Like, we do... We could go D1.
We should have, but, like, you know, we're just saying...
God placed us here. No. No, like, honestly, though, like, in my experience, our team was completely opposite of what your soccer team was like because we were, like, way laid off. Like, it was very obvious in practice and the meets, we're D3. And I honestly was nervous that it would be way too much the other way, too much pressure. So, like, some of that I was very thankful for. But then, like, hearing experiences, like, from you where it was, like, this is D3, but everyone's acting like it's D1.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they do act like it's D3, it can still become a source of your identity of, like, where you're not, like, we're not even getting paid to do this. And this is, like, dictating how we view ourselves every single day. So, crazy how that can happen.
I know.
But
yeah, and it's so hard when, like, people will start putting, like, their performance or their worth above treating everybody else like a teammate or like a family member, you know?
Word.
It's like, if we're going to preach that we're a team, if we're going to preach that we're a family, we need to act like it.
Yeah.
And especially when it is D3, like, like, the majority of us chose at some point, hey, we're not going to try to pursue this as much as we can, so we're going to settle for D3, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a cop-out. It's we're choosing this because we don't want it to take up all of our time.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to go. And so we chose it that way we can have, all this extra time. So you would think that it wouldn't be our biggest focus, that instead we would be focused on the community of the team.
Yeah.
Which I know that, like, cross-country has a great community from what I've heard.
Yeah.
And that everyone gets along really well. But, like, there's been so many times on the soccer team where I'm like, guys, like, it's really not that serious.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, we need to serve each other. We need to come together in love.
Yeah.
I remember there was one time on an away game. I think we went maybe to like Belhaven or something. It was I think it might have been like down in Mississippi, and we stayed in like the locker room that they like gave us before and after the game to like be in. It was the women's volleyball locker room.
Yeah.
And they had the verse written on it, something like "Let everything you do be done in love." And like it just hit me. I was like, bro, how is it that other college sports teams can know this, but it feels like there's such a detriment. And so, like, I know specifically, like, for the soccer team, like, it was really, really hard this year because there was so many years of, like, dirty water poured into that, like, into the culture. Like, so many years passed. So I know it wasn't the girls this year specifically. No. It wasn't our fault. Like, we didn't choose it, you know? But it was just kind of the culture that was handed to us. And so, like, we did so many great things. Like, we really did overcome a lot. And it was so much better than how I heard it was last year. But I know that there's so much work to be done still. And there's so many different areas I'm like, guys, we can change this. And so, like, I've been so glad, like, this semester already, like, some of the soccer girls, like, I mean, we started that Bible study where we just, like, open invite to literally anybody. And, like, there's been, like, 4 soccer girls that have been coming consistently to that. So I've just been really hoping that, like, this semester and, like, the off season, which, I mean, we'll talk about what the off season looks like for both of us. But, like, with having more time, we can really focus on, like, the community of everything.
100%.
And building, you know, just, like, the actual family to how it should look. That way, like, yes, we're an athletic team, but we're also a family. We can also be, like, this can also be a platform for Christ and not just a platform for our medals or for our awards or however good we are, you know? So that's something that I've really been, like, thinking about. Like, I thought about that so much, like, last season. I just was like, man, like.
Yeah. And that's hard because I remember we were talking about it and you wanted to be the change. And I feel like you were definitely, like, even if you won't say it, you were 100% like a standout player just because of, like, the character and the leadership that you had. Even though you weren't the most extroverted. Like, you weren't, you know, you just had that leadership quality to it. But at some points, when there's that much negative outpour from surrounding environments and people, it is so hard to stay in that position of changing and, like, pushing, no, guys, like, we're a family. And eventually you kind of get beat down to the point of where you're, like, just right there in the negativity with them. And so that can be hard. But you definitely were working at that last semester. And there was things that, like, physical ailments that got in the way of that, obviously. But you definitely were working at that for quite a while, so kudos to you. But we try. Yeah, you know, it'll get better. It will get better, you know?
Yeah.
Everything
it really,
does.
like, it's been such an encouragement this semester. And, like, I mean, I even met with Sarah Baldwin earlier today, the lady over, like, student life here. And I met with her, and I was telling her about, like, some about the soccer team. And I was like, yes, like, in season was hard, but postseason has been such a major blessing. Like, it's been so, so, so nice because, like, a couple girls on the team that, like, yes, I was really good friends with them, like, during in season, but, like, not having soccer, we've really been able to cultivate the friendships even more, and I've seen so much growth in them already. And, like, there's been so many little conversations here and there that I'm like, oh, crap, like, they really do love Jesus. But, like, it really is hard sometimes when we let so many things overshadow that and, like, come before that. And I feel like it really is hard, like, when you're a college athlete to let certain things kind of, like, cloud over what's really important in your life. So is there, like, I mean, is there any talking points you have off of that? Like, was there any points where, like, being a college athlete was hard or, like, kind of challenge your walk of faith at all? Or did it grow you in any way?
For my walk of faith, I would say the identity part that you were talking about definitely hit home, just in a different way. So, like, for me, it was hard. We had a lot of incoming freshmen, but our team was so small. Like, compared to volleyball and soccer, I think, what did we have, 12 girls total? Oh, yeah. So, and, like, only 4 other, like, besides me, there's 4 other freshmen. Only 3 of them ended up, like, running alongside me. So I had 3 freshmen, and the rest were upperclassmen and just, like, older. And then the guys' team and the girls' team is not totally divided. It's a lot better, but, like, it was just mostly the girls that we talked to and hung out with. And so it was hard for me coming from a spot of praying with my team and having a voice within my team that was like, you know, seniority. You know, like I was a senior, I was a junior, I was on varsity, I'd worked for my spot, and then to like start over all over again and feel like I didn't have that same type of voice, and like this is a new environment, like I don't have that type of influence, and I didn't have the like singular Christian influence. I mean, we were all Christians. And so like that was really hard. I felt like I was kind of lost in like this kind of small running community, which was like really weird. And we had a big team in high school too. We had about 40 girls for the first 2 years and 25, 30 for the last 2. And so that was hard. And I found myself kind of shaping how I acted in order to fit that environment, and like shaping who I was and what I said and what I did and how I ran in order to not even stand out, because it was just so uncomfortable feeling like, you know, I don't fit in here, you know. So that was really hard, and it took me a while to like give up on trying to look a certain way and just like connect with the girls just like how I was, like just being myself. You know, as a college freshman, it's hard anyways, but, like, especially collegiately, I was like, ugh, this is awful. And so it was really hard. We went on a team retreat, like, right away, and that was hard because, like, I've never been to these states. I've never done any of this. Like, where am I? What am I doing? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, what, you know, the team is used to, how we train. Like, everything was just so new. So that was definitely hard. And then not running how I thought I would run. That was, like, also really hard because, like, on our team, I was the second fastest for quite a while. Like, you know, we would move spots, but, like, every meet, we were competing to be up there, then up there. And for me, there was just really big gaps between my speed and the other girl's speed. And then right when I thought I was getting better, I twisted my ankle on the track and totaled it and didn't run for, like, a week and a half. And it was a stupid injury. I was tying my shoe, and I ran over that, like, white bar right on the inside of the track, which we don't have in high school, just on college tracks, which I didn't know. And so I felt stupid. I ran 8 different sprints on the ankle, and then I couldn't walk the next day. It was just a bad situation. So I was injured. Then I was behind for a few weeks. And then right when we were having, like, our most important meets of the year in November, I got mono, which is the one illness you can't run with. And all the girls on my hall had mono, and I got mono. So great illness, so exciting to tell people too. Yeah, I got mono. And I called my parents. Our insurance didn't go through, couldn't get a checkup, took forever. Finally went. They were like, yeah, you can run if you want, just go talk to the trainer. So I was like, so Sammy, like, can I, like, run? Like, hey. I'm getting better. Like, hey. And she was like, no, Sophie, that's the one illness you can't run with. Your spleen is swollen and you'll die. No, not you'll die. But you know, you'll rupture it. And I was like, it's not even, like, a contact sport. Like, I'm not going to get, like, body slammed. But she was like, if you fall, like, there's so much. So I was like, okay. So I went on the trip and I watched everyone else run, which was, like, it was okay. It was fine. Like, I just was not.
So fun.
Yeah. So fun. It was great to support them. It really was. And, like, at the time, of course, I was like, thank God I'm not running this 6K. You know, that looks awful. But, you know, it was just hard to swallow the pill of, okay, my season is not going to look how Sophie wants it to look. And that's outside of her control because I got told no and I got injured and I got sick. So that was, like, that was a lot of work that I had to do with the Lord. But, anyways, we're healed now, and we're better for track season, and that's such a blessing. But those are just, like, a few of the things that were really hard for me. And, like, by the end of the season, I could see the way that, like, the Lord worked within my relationships with the people on the team, and now those are some of my closest friends. So truly, like, giving that up was the biggest thing that I could have done, was just giving my identity to the Lord again and, like, learning to be myself in a new environment, which is hard, but definitely biggest lesson for me. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay. What else did we, there was a lot of things that we were going to cover there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What would you say was, like, your favorite part from this season? Like, what was, like, your biggest joy from all of it?
Ooh, from cross-country season?
Yeah. Or just, like, being a college athlete in general.
Right.
Gear haul. Our D3 gear haul. the backpacks that we have to give back.
Don't say it's true. No. Gear haul was not my favorite part.
Oh,
Even though cross country got a lot of clothes. I don't know about soccer, what you guys got, but I heard some complaints about the gear you guys got.
It was nice.
It was so nice. We're grateful.
I'm happy. It says a college name in a sports team, so that's all that matters.
So we look so cool.
That's all that matters.
No. We did fundraising for tracks for our trip in Georgia in March, and we got duffel bags. So I think that was really cool. Yeah. So thankful for that.
That's nice.
No, my favorite like part or memory would probably be the last trip we took right when I don't even know where we were. Oh my goodness. Indiana. I think it was Indiana. Okay. And we had 2 different meets we had to go to. It was in November. It was when I was injured. And then the one night we did like team building activities. It's been 4 months, but we're still doing team building activities, which community, so great. Loved it.
Sarcasm.
We did. Oh my gosh.
Duly noted.
It was fun. We did like square dancing or something. I'm not even joking.
Oh my gosh.
In this tiny room.
Something that like you enjoy, but you just laugh at the entire time.
Yeah, we just laughed the entire time.
Okay, yeah.
And so that was
it was a
earlier.
Good experience.
It was good.
It was just so
odd. It was special.
Yeah.
And then we heard from the seniors. So, like, the seniors all shared in the hotel room. And we heard the girls the one night and the guys the next night. And just, like, hearing how much cross-country meant to them, even though they had joined at different years and they were at different seasons in life, they were all graduating. And, like, just hearing how much cross-country had meant to them here at Asbury throughout their life and, like, their relationship. Some of them, like, gave out cards. And so, like, reading those and, like, how their relationship with me or the relationship with the other freshmen, like how that built their faith throughout the season was like really cool. So I think that was my favorite part, you know, like, and then it was like kind of nostalgic because we all started out going on a trip together and then we all ended the season on this like 3-day trip together on the bus and just like, it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So I think that was my favorite, but what about you?
That's so fun. I would say mine was probably running the behind the scenes account on Instagram for the women's soccer team.
You were so good at that.
Dude, that literally,
Go hit follow.
No, literally, if you want to, it's BTSAU Women's Soccer. Please like, follow, subscribe, post notifications to the Instagram page. Yes, please spam my notifications by liking every single post.
That's right.
Yes. If we hit 200 followers, we will be doing a giveaway.
Are you going to give away the gear haul that you don't have?
All right.
The backpacks that you have to get back.
Oh, man. No, you can come sit with us during one of our halftime, what's it? What are they called? Like team talks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'd love to listen on that.
Anyways,
record.
Yeah. So that was probably my favorite part, honestly. Just because, like, it was a super, super easy way that, like, all the girls came together and, like, actually, let me start with how it started. Okay. So I get here at Asbury, right? August 11th. And, like, that first day, met, like, my best friend Lauren that day, like, met the team. I was like, oh, hey.
Hi.
Hey,
that TikTok song. Hi. Sorry. I'm just imagining it.
Brain rot.
Yeah, I know. I need to get off social media fast.
Real. Exactly.
We should do it.
Yeah. We'll circle back.
Sorry. Keep going.
Okay. And so I get there and like they're talking about like this BTS page that the men's soccer team has, and I was like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. And so I go and I look at it on Instagram, and I'm like, dude, like, huh? And so I'm looking and I'm like, okay, so the idea is there because it's kind of like a spam account for the entire men's soccer, and I'm like, oh, the idea is there, but it's so poorly executed, like
because they're men.
Yeah, like no offense to them, but like
it's bad.
Nah.
Yeah,
it could be better, and so I was like, bro. hang on.
She got an idea.
I know. I was like, wait a second. And so then, like, the very first trip, like, when we took the team retreat to Gatlinburg, like, the day after we got there, I immediately just started recording. Started taking pictures, started posting.
Wow.
So, like, immediately just started posting on there. And so then, like, they all followed it. I followed all the girls on the soccer team. And slowly just started gaining traction, and they started reposting it. All the parents found the account, and they started loving it. They're like, this is great. And, like, as the season went on, like, we got more ideas. We just started being, like, more, like, engaged with it. Like, we took, like, I would do, like, travel day vlogs with it. I would do, like, oh, what's your lock screen? Or, like, me and, like, the actual social manager of the team, KP, she was a 5th year. She, like, one day took, what's it called? Like pregame fit pics, and like they literally turned out so good. Shout out KP, they looked amazing. And so then like that day, like I also made a video.
Okay.
And like on Halloween, like we had to practice that day.
Saw that
so,
one.
Yeah. So she hid in the closet while I asked them a question. I was like, hey, like, what's your favorite Halloween candy? And like while they're answering, like she came out and like surprised them.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah. So that was so much fun. Like there's just so many different like neat things that we did, and like even this season. Like, this semester, like, still doing fun things with it, like, doing workout vlogs.
Oh, my gosh,
or, like, mic'd up, like, for lifts.
Those were great.
Yeah, that was so funny. We need to do another one.
Those are funny. You guys really should go follow. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Leadership stuff.
I'll say it again. BTS AU Women's Soccer on Instagram.
That's right.
Follow.
PR strategy right there.
Yes.
No, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So that was so fun, and like it was neat seeing the team come together because they all loved it.
Yeah.
And they all like thought it was so fun. So like it was super fun like during the day when I would post, because like let's say I was at lunch and I would like make up a post real quick and I would post it. Like I always eat with the soccer girls, and so I would just be like, oh guys, I just posted a new one. Like they would all pull out their phones, like if it was a funny one, they would all lose it and like just crack up for, like
that's
5
so
minutes
cute.
I would just sit there like,
I'm a queen. I know. Sense of humor, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no,
that's
literally.
adorable.
Which, like, I mean, whenever, like, people tell me that, like, I'm funny, I'm like, yes, let's go. Because I literally just try to make myself laugh. But then, like, everyone's like, dude, the BTS page is so funny. And
right?
I'm like, are you serious? Like, how?
Other people like my humor?
I know. I'm like, are you serious? Like, there's no way. So,
honestly.
Slight ego boost.
Right?
Nothing
For
crazy.
real. That's what makes you a good leader, though. Make people laugh. Comfortable.
Thanks,
connection, you know? It's a real thing. That's awesome. Yeah, we need to, honestly, we have somebody, Lucy Kate does the cross-country Instagram.
Oh, really?
But we don't have like a BTS or like anything. So
I mean,
we could literally.
You could start one.
I mean, TikTok, Instagram, be blowing it up.
I mean, might as well, right?
Got to. For track season. We'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
I support it. It's literally so fun.
It sounds
and literally
so fun.
just pull your phone out and record.
Literally.
It's so fun. And it's easy because then, like, if you take a funny picture of any of your teammates, you can be like, I'm going to post it on the BTS. What? Bethany, no. Are you
the power.
Serious? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's total power trip. It's great.
That's actually why we're doing it. So.
Yes, just so that way you can, like, manipulate everybody. It's actually great.
So Christian of us. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, for sure. Good memories. Honestly, it's good to talk about just so, like, we can remember all the good spots and points in our season. Yep. So even though it's easy to remember
positive.
Yeah.
Get
there you go.
Positive. A perspective switch.
That's right. We've been working on it, you guys.
We really have.
So we were hiking this weekend, and literally everything that came out of Bethany's mouth, there was something positive following it up. It got so funny. I was like, oh my gosh.
It was the funniest thing. And she was like, hey, do you guys see how positive Bethany's being?
I mean.
See, like, wow, dude, this is crazy.
Look at her mindset shift. Yeah. I mean, it was great.
We had to, like, hike back up this mountain, and it was rough.
Yeah.
Like, it literally was
steep.
Like, it was so stinking steep.
Yeah.
It was bad. But I was like, guys, imagine how jacked our quads are going to be after this. Like, our calves, hello. And Sophie was like, do you see her?
Thank you. Okay, here's the thing, though. Okay, I'm going to go off about this. The first question was, do you guys want to hike for 4 hours?
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't want to hike for 4 hours. Question number 2. All right, it's 2 hours. It's a loop. I was like, is it a loop? And they were like, yes, it's a loop, so we won't have to go back the way we came. So I was like, great. Somebody decided to take a wrong turn. It was not a female. Duh.
They were in khakis.
It was.
Thank goodness they're on a digital fast, so they will not see this right now.
Thank you, Jesus. Somebody hiking in khakis told us to go this way, like he had authority or something.
Sophie.
So we went that way, and literally we stop at this bridge, and we're like, so if we keep going this way, what? The hike would have been 8 miles. I think that's what he said.
But it goes by coal mines.
But it did go by coal mines, which we missed. We're going to go back.
Yes, we are, and we will do the 8 miles happily, and we will smoke them all.
Yes, we will.
Because we want those jacked quads.
That's right.
Yes.
Positivity.
Exactly.
But, end of the story, we had to hike back the exact same way we came. And honestly, it went so fast. Like, after...
And it really did, because
we didn't stop
at every single cave that we passed.
Which was not us. Again, that was men.
The boys.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, it
was fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
They were such a trip. They were so funny. So
it was a great time.
We're not mad at them. Like, literally, we joke, but we ain't bitter one.
No.
It was so stinking funny.
It was so cool. West Virginia.
Yeah.
Has my heart, for real. Yeah. It was a great time.
I mean, we'll go back.
We're going to go back.
We'll do it again.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It was a great road trip. We definitely didn't die like 4 times. Like, almost. Just a little bit.
Okay, West Virginia roads. Hello.
They're
off
bad.
topic, but come on.
Okay,
Get some
so is
signs
Wilmore.
up. Okay, valid.
Like,
That's
honestly,
true.
we're cooked
point.
either way.
I mean, no matter what, like, why even try driving? Like, mopeds? Motorcycles. Bro, can we get a motorcycle? We can get one with a little sidecar. I'll drive. You're just cruising, like, put your feet up or something. You just got a helmet on. You're just like this the whole time.
That would be so cracked, bro. I mean, we would be so cool. Honestly,
we actually would.
I want to grow up and be us someday.
I mean, we should keep trying. Like, hello.
No, that'd be so cool. Honestly, I'm glad you offered to drive because I can't drive. So.
I mean, I got you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, physically I have my license, but I cannot drive. So.
Yeah, but, like, that's all right, you know. At least you have it. You can show people. Be like, hey,
yeah, I do indeed have it, but
Yes.
I will not be operating a vehicle today or any other day. So, that's why I got to get married. Drive me around, chauffeur.
Dude, our kids are going to be so lucky.
Oh, Lord. Oh, good thing. All right.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Honestly, I think so much more is going to come up because we're going to talk
Yeah.
about definitely, like, the faith aspect of being here at Asbury. And, like,
yeah.
more of sports, obviously, is going to be part of our story. So
yeah.
we'll be talking about that. And sports is going to continue to be a part of our lives, no matter what we're doing or the season
Where
in
we
life.
are,
So,
or anything like that, yeah.
exactly. So,
Mhm.
we're so happy we got to share with you today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching.
That's
And
right.
one more time, don't forget BTS AU Women's
Plug.
Soccer.
Best
Yes,
page you'll find on
please.
Instagram.
Exactly, but also like here on this page, like you should like subscribe and post
This one too.
notifications
Yeah.
to our podcast.
Better than
because-
ever. We didn't say it at the
we didn't
beginning.
say it. Oh, I guess we do have that intro clip that we do clip at the beginning,
There you go.
which you will have already seen because at this point you'll be at the very end of the episode.
We're so, honestly, so smart.
Dude, we're so professional. Like, hello.
We're just
We're-
so
We're
organized.
so on it.
Anyways, this was so fun.
I know.
Okay.
Nailed it.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you guys later.
We will see you next time.